Very good afternoon. If you've just joined us, thanks very much for doing so. You're now watching the start of the live stream for the Southwest 1 game between St Austell and Sidmouth. And as you can see, Sidmouth are in front of us, just getting warmed up. Apologies if early on, because normally we'd be over there in the Royal Box. But because the weather forecast is so grim, I can't go up there today because the equipment can't get wet. So what it means is we're a little lower down, and I've lost a little bit of the shot of the pitch, but it should be all right. So keep your fingers crossed. Game due to start at 2:30, and the forecast for the weather isn't good at all. It's for heavy rain. It's due at about now, actually. Game today sponsored by Crane Tech Southwest, so thanks once again for their support for the club. Always very much appreciated. As you can see, there's the Sidmouth forwards, and over there the Sidmouth backs going through their paces. And I'll go through the team in a few minutes' time. Apologies for that. In a few minutes' time. And as far as I know, it is as per programme. And there you can see the Sidmouth player coach Phil Dolman, who should play an important role today, playing at 10. A bit more about him later. These two teams first met earlier this season. They met on October the 23rd up in Sidmouth, and St Austell came away as winners that day by 14 points to 38. But I don't think anybody's expecting anything similar today. Let's have a quick look at the form. There you can see, looking at the last 4 games for both teams, the St Austell big win away last week against Old Petesians, 51-0, but I think it's fair to say that Petesians were not at full strength, and they're also currently the second bottom side, so perhaps not as impressive as it might have been. Week before that, St Austell won 40 points to 10 at home to North Petherton, closer game than the score suggests, and before that they lost 2 tough away games. One to Newman, 31-17, and the other one to Keynsham just before Christmas, where they lost 13-5. So 2 from the last 4. Sidmouth's recent form is a bit better. They lost last week to the form side in this league, to Lydney, 36-19 away, but in the game for most of it from all the reports. And before that they had 3 wins on the trot, winning at home to Wellington 34-21, beating Old Petesians 36-5, and before that a really impressive away win at North Petherton 14-21. So 3 of the last 4, and really quite a significant improvement on their early season form. That brings us to the league table, where, as you can see, right at the top, Chew Valley on 61 points, and on the same number of points are St Austell, with just behind them Lydney, who have a game in hand, 2 points behind. Now, interestingly, Chew Valley are at home to Lydney today, so one of those 2 teams, we hope, well, not hope, what we imagine is going to lose, and the top of the table may change. So I'm guessing if Chew Valley win, they could stay top. If St Austell win, they could stay in the same position. It's all to play for. In fact, any of the top 6 teams there, right down to perhaps 5 teams, so Thornbury in 5th place there, could probably win this league, maybe even Newlands as well. So with only 7 games remaining, there's everything to play for. And anyone's form team, like I said earlier on, are probably Lydney. They've now won the last 8 in a row. In fact, the last time they lost was to St Austell at home in mid-November. Right, let's run through the sides. Changes to both teams from last week's games. For St Austell, Dan Job returns at tight head prop, and due to the unavailability of skipper Miles Davey, Jack Grigg comes in at hooker. Very experienced Jack Grigg, of course. Miles injured today, but he'll be on the touchline. Charlie Nickerson continues at tight head. Second row, continuation of Anthony Knight and Mark Vine. Back row, Adam Kello, we can play anywhere there. Rory Jago, open side, he'll have a job to do today, and Carl Marriott, player coach, playing at 8. In the backs, I think it's the same as last week, pretty much exactly. CJ Boyce at 9, Chris Ashwin playing at 10. Al Welland on the left wing, Ben Plummer and Connery Woodsey in the centre, as they've been pretty much all season. Right, it looks very much as though I lost the audio a moment ago, so my apologies. I hope you've got it back now. I'm just going to make sure that I've got an audio feed.
Yeah, she's up in Southampton. Yeah, she's up in Southampton. Yeah, she's fine. In Scotland, no. Oh, all in Scotland, so you're ready for it. Have you taken enjoyed with snow? Oh. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
University. Have you never done?
44 sound. That's
So, I think Danny's out there actually. As you can see, I'm standing in the far corner, a long way from the Sidmouth side down there, and I'm going to do my very best to keep them in shot, but I do have a slight loss of one corner of the pitch. So you'll have to rely on my describing it as we go along. Bearing in mind, I think that I lost you a moment ago, lost the sound. I think what I'll do is just briefly go through the teams again, just before kick-off, not just yet. So stick with us, kick-off due in about 12 minutes time.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
No, that's fine.
About
I'll
9 minutes to kick off,
question, I'll
and as
make a
you can
decision.
hear,
All
we
right?
have
Thank you very much
we
indeed.
have Danny Robbins, referee, who's currently talking to the 7 players. There he is. Very experienced ref. Comes all the way from Penzance today. Lovely to see him.
Little less partisan. Oh, under the scrutiny of the camera as well. Well, they're all over, I think. I don't know. Yeah, who knows? We'll be all good. It'll be a fun afternoon. Yeah, looking forward to it. If it stays like this, we're all right. Just enough to make them think twice about the ball, though.
Coming in loud and clear.
Silly technical question. You're a doctor, are you? Don't just ask a question, no. God forbid we have to make a head injury decision.
As you can see, teams on the way back into the clubhouse, ready for their final preparations before they come out for the game today. Unfortunately, the St Austell's electronic scoreboard has been misbehaving, so you have to rely on myself to keep a tally. I don't always get it right. We got it wrong at Keynsham.
Go and stay there.
Just before the sides come out, run through the teams again. As you can see, St Austell from the top. Dan Job returns today, wasn't available last week, in place of the injured Brandon Hack, who hurt his ankle up at Old Partesians. Jack Grigg replaces Miles Davey at hooker. Charlie Nicholson continues at tight head. In second row, Anthony Knight, Mark Vian. Back row of the evergreen Adam Kello, Rory Jago and player coach Carl Marriott. Oh, hello. Excuse me for this. Then in the back, CJ Boyce, Chris Ashwin. Wingers, Al Welland and Cav Boyer, with Ben Plummer, Connery Woodsey in the centre, and Matt Shepherd bringing up the rear at forward. On the bench, Hugh Newt, Cam Taylor and Archie Bees. As you probably hear, the PA system's on the go at the moment, so in competition. For Sidmouth, Matt Hewings, Jed Reader, skipper at hooker, and Hayden Down make up the front row. Second row of Dan Armstrong, Rob Griffin, with James Salter, Connor Down and Harry Emmett in the back row. Harry Emmett playing 8. In the backs, Cam Ranger at 9, Phil Dolman at 10. James Emmett and George Locke in the centres, with Tom Mead, Rory O'Brien on the wings, and Dan Mehta at fullback. On the bench today, Asa Runsworth, Ollie Derriman and Ethan Mead, and very likely they'll be playing during this game. Referee today, away from Penzance, is Danny Robbins, and we early on we had him live on the mic, so I'm hoping to have his input for the whole of the game today. So with about 4 minutes to kick off, Sergeant coming out shortly. And although I have a part of the ground, as you can see, that I can't see the bottom corner, I'm going to do my very best. Just looking at the table once again, just to remind you. St Austell currently second in the league, same number of points as Chew Valley, who are at home today to Lydney, so that's going to be an absolute cracking, interesting game, that one. Sidmouth, significant improvement in recent weeks. They've won 3 of the last 4 games. They'll come here confident in 8th place, but the time these two sides met earlier in the season, October, St Austell went up there and came away victors by 14 points to 38. As you can see, St Austell just coming out. Looks to me like they are playing up the slope against the wind and into the rain, with Sidmouth playing in their traditional green, playing down towards the hospital end. Off my apologies earlier on, I don't know the Sidmouth players all that well, so if I get 1 or 2 wrong, I'll do my best to get them right just after that. There is Jack Grigg. Ooh. I hope you cannot hear that. Jack Grigg replacing normal skipper Miles Davies today. Long time player with St Austell. And Dan Retter gets the game underway. That's Shepard, early touch. Just say hello to Bernie. I hope Bernie's been able to watch today. In hospital yesterday, having his eye surgery. I should hope he's all okay. Due home as well this week. And you can just hear the slight bit of interference on the referee channel. Taken cleanly there by Rob Griffin. Phil Dolman has a run straight away. Unlucky there. James Saltage is dropping the ball. And Danny Robbins said, let's have the first round of the game. It's an area where St Austell have had several players playing the front row this season.
Behind!
Beg your pardon, excuse that.
Set! Racing!
Very indicating, hold, stay there. But CJ Boyce decides.
The full movies now or later.
Front right. Mark's taken.
We have got referee Danny Robbins, but you can see there's a slight interference on the sound. Jed Reed, skipper to throw in. Took to Rob Griffin last time, might be doing no, this time he goes to Dan Armstrong, but the ball wasn't straight. Significant wind blowing from the southwest today, so it will affect the game.
Not straight. Straight forward. Same again, please, yeah?
If you are watching from Sidmouth, good afternoon to you, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We'll be here right to the end. We'll do our very best to keep the whole game all the way through, as long as the technology doesn't let me down. Good scrummage there by Sidmouth, get a nudge on, but Carl Marriott picks up the back, tidies up. There's Ben Plummer, doing what he's doing so well all season, which is making the hard yards.
Hands out, thank you.
Number 5 came round, offside. You can hear the referee saying no advantage.
You're not occupying the space and you're off your feet. Stay on your feet. You've got to stay on your feet, yeah?
Referee talking to Rob Griffin there. My guess is that Matt Shepherd will keep the ball somewhere near us down here. There he is. Rejoins St Austell after playing for Plymouth Albion,
Okay, guys, take the line, Mr. D, please.
and more
Take
recently
the line,
Redruth.
Mr. D. Oh, I've given them the line.
There's Dan Job. Like to see him back today.
From where I was, this line's yours, so.
And this is the first line out
That's the
on
mark.
this
The
side of
line
the
is
pitch.
there, Mark,
So
gentlemen.
far, 2 lights gone with throw,
Back line, hold.
and that one as well, taken by
We're
Mark Ryan.
set. Come on. Okay, we come. Yeah, you're fine.
Anthony
Stay
Knight has the
down.
ball at the
Stay
back.
down as you are.
And TJ Voices having a look.
Stay down, don't change
He
your
won't bring
mind.
it out until the referee says it has to.
Okay, that's once.
Chris Ashwin brings Al Welland in on the blind side.
Hands out, green. And release.
Lovely tackle by Jed Reed on Carl Marriott, where the ball gets wide to Cav Boyer, who knocked it forward in the tackle.
Okay, we have the first knock on
And
and a
then
second
looks like
come back for the scrum green.
Rory O'Brien couldn't hold it either, so 2 knock-ons. First by St Austell to LPS Grummage
And the
to
other.
Sidmouth.
Scrum, green ball. Okay, I'll step straight back. Are you happy with that, or do you want me to go?
See St Austell front row, John Nicholson, Jack Grigg and Dan Job, with Cam Granger to put in.
Racing.
Ball going clears,
Forward.
only as far as Cav Boyer.
We're inside the half. To the front, keep us facing.
That Shepherd hoops it high, and it looks to me like he may hit. No, it didn't.
I'm in line, we've gone forward. We just have a knock on, that's all, gentlemen.
Not easy to see through here, but difficult,
Swirl around,
swirling
just in front of you,
wind,
sir.
very wet.
Mark, sorry,
Not
guys.
easy to hold on there. So, 5 minutes gone, no score. Series of scrums and line-outs actually, before we go so far.
Okay, guys. First, take that on.
Sidmouth front row, Matt Ewings, Jed Reed and Hayden Down.
Goes out, yeah, run.
Ball came out, it's been stolen by James Salter.
Happy with that, yeah, that's fine.
Very well indeed to come around the blind side, the ball came
Keep
out.
going.
That's Hayden Down having a run with the ball. Good low tackle.
Onside, wait! Wait, thank you, you're in now. You were in front, well done. Chase this ball. Now onside, gentlemen.
Yeah, the ball rolls into touch on the far side after the clearance by Matt Shepherd.
What, man?
We've all been trying to do Charlie for 50 years.
Hey, guys. 5 calls, 5,
Which will
Red.
give
5
skipper
numbers.
Jed Reed the chance to throw in. And so far, he's hit both his second rows.
Holding.
This time he goes to Rob Griffin.
Stay down.
I'm not sure who that is wearing 19, is not a number on the team sheet.
He was, yes, not held, I'm happy with that. Tackle complete.
Good rub there by
Back foot.
Rob Griffin. Wasn't held in the tackle.
Tackle.
James Emmett, one of the brothers, tipped it up.
And release. Well, Red, good work. Right. Going backwards, we're playing
Jordan
advantage.
couldn't
Not
hold
held.
it, but the ball went backwards. And Phil Dolman continues it.
Knock on advantage.
And you can
Scrum
hear
advantage only.
Club St Austell referees playing
Got a
advantage
knock
to
on,
Sidmouth.
scrum advantage. Release, hands up! Green ball, advantage over!
It's Phil Dolman again, pinning George Emmett, who looks like the ball went forward in the tackle by Connor Woodsey.
Benton's contact in the tackle, that's all. Scrum,
Yeah, fair enough.
green ball for a knock on.
Says Danny Robbins, that was wasn't a deliberate knock on, it was arms wrapped in the tackle, hit the ball as he went in. So it will be a scrum to Sidmouth, about 7 or 8 metres inside to Austell's half.
Crouch!
With Ken Granger to put in.
Set! Ball's there, good, waiting.
There's Phil Dolman.
Knock on
Passes to
advantage.
George Emmett, but he wasn't able to hold it.
Lucky gentleman. Not by advantage, but
You can hear as referee Danny Robbins gets further away, the sound feed isn't brilliant.
okay, no,
You can hear him clearly, I think.
okay. Any infringements on the thank you. Well done, guys.
So CJ Boyce to put in. Hey Charlie.
Well done, boys. Good. Strong down! You're in the hat. Waiting, keep retreating, guys.
Dan
You're
Rex
in
puts the
space
ball
now,
high.
onside.
It's taken by Chris Ash when he returns it with some
Well,
interest.
okay,
It only gets as far as Phil Dolman, who's going to have a look around himself. Tackled by Matt Shepherd. Keeps the ball alive.
No, his ball's out and he's won the ball. He's first on the ball. Waiting.
Looks like Saints turned the ball over there. Chris Ash when it drops to Matt Shepherd, who has a little look, but ran into his own player, so he must have been offside.
First, seconds. Grun, green ball, gentlemen, okay?
Big
Okay,
bomb.
no.
2 knock-ons.
Gentlemen.
So just over 10 minutes played, 2-0 score.
Grun, green ball.
There's CJ Boyce, hands on hips, standing beside Danny Robbins.
Guys,
Been, I think it's fair to say, a
You're
regular
all
fixture
week.
at 9 this season.
Okay,
You can see Dan Robbins talking to the front row, Charlie Nicholson, Jack Grigg and Dan Joe.
Go on, boys. Everything okay?
There you go, playing open
Crumbs,
side.
clear. Okay, I'm watching. Yeah. From where I'm to, I'm not at present, but I will watch. If yeah, fair comment. Yeah, no, fair comment. Accept that.
One of the things about referee Danny Robbins is he talks to players all the way through the game. It certainly makes it easier for us watching.
And it's like, oh, hello. Just talk to me. Once I want you out, instructions, just go. All right? But no, good comms. Okay, good. Yeah, that's fine. It's all right, no.
If you're interested, just found out that Wales score currently is Wales 6, Scotland 11. More interested in how Chew Valley are getting on against Devonport, beg your pardon, Lydney,
Time's on, gentlemen.
first against third in this league today. Big bearing on what happens in the league, I think,
Right, see you guys.
as much more so in this game.
Yeah.
First knock on was against St Austell, so Cam Granger has a chance to put in.
Blind. Set. Waiting. Waiting. Chase is onside.
Gives out well and a chance to field. It'll do what he always does, which is look for contact,
Well, boys,
keep
well
the ball.
done.
Miss Ashburn feeds Ben Plummer. First try to reach Connery Woodsy, but not a good pass. No knock on to the red player. Good job, just losing the ball in contact there, Breakfast playing advantage.
Advantage over!
James Solcher
And release!
takes advantage of that.
Back foot, guys. Spell advantage is over, Green, right?
Chance here, lovely chance. Taken by Dan Retter. He's probably about 7-8 metres out. He'll retain the ball.
Release now!
That's right. Looks like number 5 Rob Griffin has scored after a lovely run by Matt Ewings. First score of the game. There he is, Rob Griffin. Just reward, I think, for his effort so far.
No.
Dan Retter normally plays at fly half and has the kicking duties today. Attempted to add the 2 points. Let's go up. So with 15 minutes played, score is St Austell 0, Sidmouth 7. Try to Rob Griffin, converted by Dan Retter.
Usual spiel, your job keep the boys on side, yeah? Alright, thank you. Give this kick first! Comes down! That's on.
It's Rob Griffin again, but he wasn't able to hold that one.
Unlucky, guys. Just come slightly forward from hands. I'm in line with. Alright, guys? Marks here, guys. Scrum. Red ball. I'll go straight. 9, I'll step straight back, okay? Yeah. Crouch! Bind! Set! Penalty advantage offside. Green 9 at Aston, it was in the brief, not so beyond the 8, he's
to
gone.
go wide. Connery Woods is caught very well.
We're under a penalty advantage for
Kello
offside.
over
Okay, guys?
and he's still playing a penalty advantage. So I'm guessing at Chris Ashwin was
And it is, thank you.
opposite to Vian. Well, was he caught by Dory O'Brien there? Dan job doing very well indeed.
Yeah, he's
Lovely
well.
run.
You're still under the advantage, guys.
Nothing to lose there.
Coming back.
And
He's gone down.
Knocked on
No,
by
he's
Tom
still
Leith.
up,
The referee will bring him back for the advantage, which is no nice escape.
Back here, offside, yeah. Refer you to your brief. 9, 8's your limit, yeah, you went beyond.
Quite clear. 8 offside.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, it was.
From this position, I'm guessing Matt Shepherd will stick it down here for a line-out catch and drive, which is quite the norm. Oof. Oh, stop there. Yeah. Something to have a word with Matt Shepherd, please. There's Mark Ryan up front, and you'd put your mortgage on it going to him. Sure he does.
They get where you are. Up you come, he's got the 5.
So not to get Rob along. You can see Rob Griffin try scorer. Getting around about his weight.
Change your bind. There you are. Yeah, Ford, I'm watching Floyd. He's legal, so
I'm not sure what he's holding on to there, but it all looks a bit dubious.
No, out! Out! No, you're not. Out. You've lost your mind.
Still got a rumble
Down
on.
red.
They go to ground, that ball becomes a ruck, and you've got Pod looking to take it up, but a lovely tackle there.
Stay on the back foot.
Sidmouth front row all together.
Back. Well done, guys. And release. Hands out. No, we need him. He's not affecting. Well,
And sorry, Jago. Picks and goes. Now Adam Kello, but he's well held.
tackle
Hayden down.
release. Hands out. No, green. God. Well done.
It's Jago again.
And release.
I just realised a moment ago that I lost the audio again, but I just got it back. I think I'm going to do this hit record. Okay, 25 minutes gone in the first half. Score is Austell 5, Sidmouth 7. Tries to Rob Griffin and Al Welland forcing Austell a few moments ago. Jed Reed has gone off for Sidmouth. I hope he's going to be okay. Been replaced by, I think, by Asa Unsworth.
No good, they've done nothing wrong so far.
Referee playing, saying advantage coming from that. Six is on now. So Austell will have a run. There's Connery Woods here again, but he has been very, very well shepherded in the centre by James Emmett. They will bring him back for the...
Back five guys, you've just gone
offside.
around, yeah? You were nice and straight in the last 3 steps, you've just gone out. Okay guys, must be straight. Going back is fine. Go straight please.
As you see, the rain's coming down pretty hard right now.
Gotcha, amazing. '27 play. Yes.
Heading down seems all right.
Stepped around. Yeah, they
Probably give Matt Shepherd a chance to clear to touch from just inside his own half.
Back as long as it's straight, but they were stepping out. They both. Yeah. Time's gone, gentlemen.
Giving it some welly there.
We're in
Not
play.
sure it's found to
And it's in the 22. You're now on.
all the way back to Matt Shepherd, who gives it to Adam Kello.
Not on the ball.
It's very well tackled there by Tom Mead, who took the ball, kicked it high.
Penalty
Followed
advantage.
up at pace. There's the runs with offside there.
Your ball wasn't out.
Matt Shepherd has a run.
Penalty advantage.
They clearly went 10 metres, so he's going to play advantage.
No, that's not fun.
It's Connery Woodsy again. But he's held.
Released. Yep.
Good tackle by Rory O'Brien.
Yeah, good. Keep going. Advantage over.
That's Jack Grigg up the wing. What's he doing there?
He's not on the ball. I can see the hole.
Ben Connor kicks it, and it might work. No, Connery Woodsy wasn't able to hold it. And the ball came backwards. It's been retrieved by Rory O'Brien. Has a look on the other side. But he's tackled right on the line there by Carl Marriott. The ball's over the line. But Sidmouth have retained it. And I'm fairly sure the Phil Tolman will look to clear from there, which he does. Dan Russo, my mistake.
15. Yeah.
Bringing back for the scrum.
He hadn't lifted the ball. His hands were on the
Half
ball. He
time
hadn't lifted it.
approaching, well, 10 minutes away.
Okay.
So we'll have a chance once again to breach the Sidmouth line.
Scrum. Okay, clock's off, guys.
Tony Knight has been regular in the second row all season, playing the best rugby of his life.
your player was preventing him rolling him back.
He's
So
all
rather
right.
than penalise your player for obstructing
Very rarely gets
your player
injuries,
was on
Tony.
that side of the ball, so he had to lift it over the player. Yeah, so he's allowed, yeah. So I'm trying to play that. If he talked to me and gone, sir, is it out? I'd gone, no, he's digging it out, and he's just flowing in. So rather than penalise your player for being in the way, I was trying to play, yeah, all right? But that's why I talked to you rather than, yeah.
As you can hear, Danny Robbins having a
I'm
chat
looking
with
at it,
the
okay. Fair enough.
Sidmouth forwards,
I'm
explaining
watching
why
the general
what
No, no, it's fine, you asked the question. That's your job. It's fine.
didn't penalise
No
the
problem.
player,
Appreciate that.
and Hayden down, just clarifying it.
Yeah.
I'd gone too far.
Yeah. He's gone around. So
Nice.
no, his feet. No. His feet. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Go City, boys, scrum!
Okay, guys. Scrum. Red ball. Time's on, guys. Time's on.
Right, so it's scrum to St Austell. They're going to get a nudge on here. Have a look for Carl Marriott picking up.
Bind.
That's one of his favourite moves,
Set.
of course.
Hold the line.
Looks like he at the back, and they've got a nudge on St Austell. Carl Marriott goes. Unluckily, he dropped the ball as he went
Come
forward.
backwards.
Matt Shepherd backwards.
Knock
and
on
he's,
advantage.
Thrown out the Cab Boyer, who couldn't hold it, so they must have lost about 30 metres there. And the ball.
And release. Roll away. Waiting.
As Rob Griffin, try scorer.
Okay, guys, you go back rapidly with the knock on.
2 knock-ons, first by St Austell.
Knock on by red. Scrum. Green ball. Okay, guys. Up there, gentlemen.
Go squeeze!
Crouch.
Off the front there, front row. Dan Job on this side, on the loose side.
Bind.
Jack Grigg hooking.
Set.
Charlie Nick on the far side.
Nice.
To the edge. Nice nudge on by Sidmouth there. He's filled on with the chance to clear the ball. Goes as far as Al Wellen, who feeds Matt Shepherd.
Red, stick
Who's
retreating.
anything silly in this
Winners
one.
on side. 14's on side. Now on side. Yeah, thank you. Well
There's
done.
a try scorer Rob Griffin. Showing just how he scored. It's replacement Asa Unsworth.
And release.
Well tackled by
No,
Cameron.
you go off the back. On his knees.
Sorry, lost a shot there, but the ball just rolled into touch inside the
We're not
St Austell
too
22,
side.
which is
Yeah,
probably
we are
only
now.
the third
Okay.
time in this half that Sidmouth have been down.
Going
there.
round.
And I'll do the best I can to describe, even if you can't see it.
And he was thrown along.
That's Rory O'Brien who took the ball and made the kick.
Yeah.
Sidmouth have taken the ball at the line out. There they are.
On guys.
No, I think
Back foot,
someone's
who's
still got the
going?
ball. They got a rumble on, but not going very far forward. CJ Boyce feeds Matt Shepherd. There was a bit of a run caught in the centre there by number 8, Harry Emmett. Good job again.
Well done.
CJ Boyce kicks it and it goes straight up and down again. It's taken there by, I think that's Matt Williams.
Hands up! Penalty advantage. No, you were scoring this goal, you bent down, there was a rock
So
hill.
it's a free run, and Dolman kicks wide. Unlucky there. Tommy unable to take it just over his head, but worth a risk because they were playing for the advantage anyway.
Hands in the ruck. Yeah.
Hands in the
Back on
right.
50.
I think Paul Don was going to go for the catch and drive with the line out.
Okay, guys.
Right, apologies for this. I'm going to do the best I can to get a picture.
Yeah, where you are, you hold there. Thank you. Okay, guys. Hold the line, please. 10 metres on the line. Thank you, gentlemen. Hold the line until the arms drop, gents, yeah? Balls away, okay, time's off. Time's off. Time.
There's Dan Armstrong. Rob Griffin at the front, just as you can just see him there. But they go long,
They're open.
and it looks like it might have been stolen. As indeed. It's Austell run out of defence with
That's good.
that's Carl Marriott, and CJ Boyce fumbles and gets caught by Dan Armstrong.
Thank you. That's on that one. Thank you.
Dan job helped out by
Back,
Mark
guys, well
Bynum.
done. Face is on. Right, guys. Thank you, another one.
And Matt Shepherd's decided,
That's right.
let's play
Let's
down
play.
there, guys. There's only about 4 or 5 minutes to half time. 2 points behind. Significant advantage with the conditions of the second half. No point in running it from there. There's Anthony Knight playing 5. He looks okay now. Bit of a deadlock earlier on. Won't affect a man with the speed of a gazelle. You put money on this going to Rob Griffin at the front. No, it doesn't. Goes to James Salter at the back. And stolen by none other than Anthony Knight.
Retreating green. Onside, yep, thank you.
Dan Redder cleaning up. The ball goes as far as Matt Shepherd. He's
Chase is
kicked
good.
well out of defence so far. On one occasion, 2 occasions where he's kicked straight
Coming
to
back, guys.
So we just
3
wanted to
metres
give
beyond the
Matt.
10.
He is very high standards. And also leading try scorer, of course, leading point scorer this season. Just lost the sound there from referee Danny Robbins. But Asa runs with the throw. And so far he's gone to Oliver Rob Griffin. Stolen by Anthony Knight again,
Advantage, that's all.
but he lost it. And Civic retain it.
And release! Scrum advantage over for a knock-on.
Supported by
Scrum
Nathan down.
advantage over. And released! Walk away, well done. It's not held. Tackle release! Right away, thank you. Yeah, no, right there, right there.
Number 8, Harry Emmett,
Tackle!
hit hard by Rory Jago. That's a lovely run there from George Locke.
Tackle complete, release, lads! Thank you, well
Gets within
done.
about 5, and they've got players both sides.
Tackle! Well done!
I
Stay
think he's
back
calmed
foot,
down,
boys.
but I'm not really sure.
Have the advantage offside. Your winner.
Yeah,
I've asked him to step, he's just been looking at.
advantage. Sidmouth threatening the line, and a
Come
look wide.
offside. Come back over here. I've asked to step
Yeah,
back, he's
no
not
advantage comes
responded. You were well beyond the back
back.
line. Oh yeah.
Offside in the backs there.
Take down. Halfway between the two guys. You are halfway between the 5 and the try line, gentlemen. Yeah, fine. Okay, guys, 5 is the D, please.
Then rest of the sides will have a line out. Real good attacking opportunity for Sidmouth here just before the half-time break. 2 points to the good, 7-5 after an early try by
Anyone not on the line? Just hold, other than the receiver. Receiver's
So
great.
far in the line-out they've gone to James Salter and Rob Griffin several times, and the same again. I suspect it's going to be James Salter, which indeed it is. Does it cleanly. And Sidmouth get the and Rob Griffin at the back there. And he adds to his own total.
Okay, guys. I can see the ball. I can see.
Cam Ganger Burrows finds George Locke. Sorry, George Emmett. But he unluckily knocks the ball forward just in front of the line. Will be scrum just an Austell.
Unlucky, guys. 7. 1.
I think you're probably here just as referee Danny Robbins gets further away. He's probably about 100 metres away from where we are. We lose the radio mic signal. Well, I can hear him say quite clearly, unlucky, number 7, left on just by the line. There can't be much action left in this half. I think it's fair to say that Sidmouth must be fairly pleased, although very disappointed not to score again after the such pressure. CJ Boyce has a run, but he's caught by Connor Down. It's Mark Ryan.
No. Relax. On the ball.
It's an Austell turnover there. That's Asa on the ball. Beats the tackle of Chris Ashwin.
Well done, boys.
That's not an easy task. Huddersfield on playing advantage. I think he goes high, but Alwell is there to take the ball, and I think he might have called the mark. Yeah, looks to me very much like referee Danny Robbins is playing for half time. So the score at the half is it's an Austell 5, Sidmouth 7.
No. Yeah, it's just obviously they had the back to start around because they had a
Welcome back to the second half.
Been rewarded. And 3 advantages played out. So everyone's having a.
It's been told the score is Wales 14, Scotland 14, which is
Need the
good.
weather
But
to
score here at St Austell is St Austell 5,
Green's ready.
Sidmouth 7. Early try from Rob Griffin, converted by Dan Retter, and a try on 25 minutes from Al Welland, and Matt Shepherd hit the post with the conversion. So it's a 2-point advantage to Sidmouth. But in this half, St Austell playing down the hill with the wind behind them, so advantage, I think there's big conditions are with them, and of course it's been raining from the start. There's Jack Big ready to throw in. Taken cleanly by Mark Vian.
Guys, it's number 5. He hasn't changed, so I'm happy with him there.
Welland comes in from the blind side, but he's
Hands
well
up,
tackled by Connor down there. So it's to me like he should have been Cornwall.
I know, it's alright, we've got the ball before. And roll away!
Not been the quickest
That's
of ball.
no.
Jamie, lift it! Lift it!
Can Joe.
And release!
Taking big wrong
Well
ball
done,
in
unlucky
hands.
gentlemen. Don't
He's on
play
the
him!
bench, of
Penalty
course. I'm
advantage!
guessing we'll see him fairly soon in this half. Kick ahead, playing advantage.
Playing the 9, it's crawling, not bounding, he's
Dan
bounding
Retter
it.
well up to that.
Just playing the 9, he wasn't part of them all. Right, sorry, where you are, yep.
Penalty. And you imagine, yes, that Matt Shepherd's going to have a product goal. Straight in front, probably 25, 28 metres out. And if he slots this, they'll have their noses in front for the first time in this game. Let's go up. No, just 2.5 minutes into the second half. So let's go into the lead for the first time in this game. After a penalty by Matt Shepherd.
Right, yeah.
There's Dan Retter to restart.
Give him his kick, gentlemen.
Looks like he sliced that very slightly, and Callum Marriott picks it up, but he's very well tackled by
Well,
him.
runner is leave it, hands out, hands out. There was no lift, that was all, leave it with his hands on. It's good, wait, sweet, now onside.
Chris Ashwin.
Gone backwards, backwards.
And here, the referee calls backwards, so Phil Dorman has a little look. Beats the first one and the second. Rather would have think only a season ago he was playing at Exeter Chiefs.
And release. That's it,
Played for Wales under 18s and was selected for the full national side. But unfortunately, couldn't play due to injury. Sidmouth keep the ball well. Retter tries to feed it through, which he does. John Marriott lets it rumble into touch there.
Red ball. Red ball, yeah. Sorry. Holding. No, he's in. No.
It's Rory, who's impressed so far in this game. And I don't know if you can hear, but the rain is coming down heavily now.
Keep retreating, guys.
Makes handling conditions very difficult. And I think for the third time in this game, Matt Shepherd, which is so untypical of him, kicks the ball direct into touch. Conditions are difficult, raining heavily, strong wind. So replacement Asa Unsworth to throw in. Taken really well there by James Salter at the back. He's done that beautifully all day. I think that's Connor Down wearing 19, but I'm not absolutely certain. That's definitely Matt Ewings.
What's his feet? Hands out! Hands out! No. Use your own press. Just leave him. You've got the ball. And release! Thank you! Back foot, leg, step!
That's George Emmett making a good 20-30 yards
It's gone
right deep
backwards.
into
We've gone
Arsenal
backwards.
22, but the ball went backwards and it was knocked forward by Tony
No,
Knight
it's not.
trying
It's
to pick
all
it
back.
up.
It's open play.
Matt Shepherd in there making two important
No.
tackles.
And release. Thank you.
As is Ben Plummer.
Stay where you are.
Sidmouth retain the ball.
And release. Roll away. Hands out. Thank you. Use. Come back.
Lovely hands there by Phil Dolman.
Please run. Please run.
Leeds turnover by
It's off the green. Play.
probably St Austell's most outstanding forward so
Hands out,
far.
gentlemen. No
Rory
hands.
Jago.
Keep going.
Adam Kello says anything you can do. So he hoops it down the park and it's chased. Past the Denner, it didn't make hands and it's picked up. And Adam Kello's there to take the return. Looking for support, which he gets from Rory Jago, no one else with him. St Austell probably 7-8 metres out now.
Back foot. No. You've asked the question, I've given you an answer. Dash ball out.
It's Kello again.
Roll away, green. Tackle.
Best chance of this half for St Austell. The back row of Adam Kello. As Matt Shepherd takes the ball high, steps inside, looking for support, but he gives the ball directly to Hayden Down, who thinks it's his birthday.
He was fine. Leg ball pulled out. He had no option.
Phil Dolman relieves the pressure with a lovely boot to touch, which Al Whelan can't take. Chance gone begging there for St Austell, and as you can see the rain's coming down heavily.
Rotation.
Looks like Anthony Knight is coming off, and hard to see who the replacement is. Yeah, it's Cam Taylor. So I'm guessing it'll be a bit of a rejig. There's Cam Taylor, you can see with the clean shirt, wearing 17. So I'm guessing Adam Keller will go at the second row, and Cam Taylor will drop in at blind side or even open side. Taken by Mark Vian. There's Cam Taylor with the ball at the back. Taken on by Dan Jobe.
Don't change your blind. Advantage.
Advantage for offside there by Rory O'Brien. He came by the wrong side, quite clear. Apologies, we for the breakup in the audio.
Line is down, it's kept it live, then please phone. Take the 5 as the D, please, Paul.
So they've got attacking chance for St Austell right down about 5 metres out from Sidmouth line, and if I were a betting man I'd bet on Mark Vine taking the ball, which he does, and Cam Taylor helps him out with the maul. St Austell trying to get the ball moving. Ben Plummer adds his weight, and they have. It's very, very difficult to defend once it gets going, and the ball looks to me like it's still with Cam Taylor. Really hard to tell from here. Rumble, they're up to the line. And CJ Boyce looks, doesn't quite make it.
Back foot, gentlemen. And release.
Kello has a look. Well defended. Very well defended by Harry Emmett there, who took man and ball. And stole it. That's twice in the last 10 minutes that Sidmouth's defence has saved the day for them. St Austell looked as though they were going to score. St Austell will have a line out. Tapped by Vine. Rory Jagger has a look. That's Kello again.
No advantage, I've got the line on it.
There's Chris Ashwin, who loses the ball in the tackle. And Sidmouth look to run out. Who should be there to make the tackle but Rory Jago.
Just use it, please.
Try as they might, St Austell can't cross the line again. Sidmouth's defence has been
On the ball.
absolutely
Hands out,
outstanding.
gentlemen. Big
At the
ball.
front, at the fore though, Matthew Ewings and Hayden down. Tackled ferociously.
Release. Unlucky. Oh, well done, right there, boys.
James Emmett.
No, unlucky. Get up.
It's a big second row down Armstrong. It takes some bringing down.
And release. All away. Knock on advantage.
Calling advantage from the knock on. Picked up by Rory Jago. That's Ashwin. And Connery Woodsey, who's really not had much chance to show his pace today.
And release.
And when he has, it's been very well defended against.
Scrum advantage over the goal. Pair you. Both of you stop. No, it's fine.
Like CJ Boyce has got his dancing shoes on. Adam Kello hasn't.
No, we're all legal. Back from the green, thank you.
Matt Shepherd bumps off the first man, feeds Ben Plummer, who looks to go wide. The Cab Boy unable to hold on. Advantage not coming. So Danny Robbins are bringing back for a scrum.
The first knock on. Okay, guys. Scrum. Okay. Mark's here, guys.
There's Jack Grigg playing hooker today, instead of Miles Davey, who's at the touchline. Had a good game, Jack. Always gets round the park. That's Asa Unsworth in the hooking position there, ahead of Jed Reed, who's at the top late in the first half. And so
Thank you.
Goes wide to Rory O'Brien, but he's well shepherded by Connery Woodsey into touch. Shep goes early, but he passes it to the wrong
You've
player.
thrown it to him.
Yeah,
No, he's not. It's your fault. And he's thrown it to a green in 5. Your fault.
Who takes
Nothing
the
I can
ball
do.
well up into St Austell's 22.
Palace advantage offside.
Connor Downs once again continues to play.
Oh, back is offside.
But the kick in the corner, who's going to get there first?
Full back line, offside. Never retreated onside.
As you can hear the referee saying, you're offside,
Yeah.
St Austell.
Full back line was offside. Okay?
I'm up for advantage for the swinging arm in the side for 15 or so.
Down.
Dan Retter queries with a situation, but my guess is with only a 1 point
okay, he's thrown in
disadvantage,
fine.
you can see
No
they're
advantage
heading
over
down
there.
saying,
You're
go
offside
for goal.
here. Okay? If I see it, I'll deal with it. Okay? That's the same for both sides. Okay, that's fine. So just you remind your players as captain, because you weren't in the brief. Skipper,
Yeah, Hayden
just
Down
remember,
has taken over the
pack leader,
captaincy
just
from
discipline
Jed
now,
Reed.
guys. It's tight. Nothing extra. Just rugby. All right, boys? No. He's saying there's handbags. I'm just reminding team players that discipline both sides. No. I'm just going no, it's both sides. Okay, guys? Mark's given.
So Dan Retter with the chance to put Sidmouth back in the lead. Which he does with ease. That moves the score on to
Replacement, yeah?
Austell 8, Sidmouth 10. And it stays like this, either Lydney
Yeah, no, it wasn't as in
Or
team warning.
Valley who are
It
playing
was a case
today
of
will
their
be
skipper
top of
was
the league at
complaining
the
there
end
was
of the
extras off the ball. So I'm saying, if I see something, I'll deal with it. Yeah. So I'm just saying, both teams, if I see it, I'll deal with it. Everyone's... Yeah, no. There was nothing specific. One captain for no. He'd raise concerns. All right? Like you said, we've had a great game. We came to ruin it. Give him his kick, guys. Thank you. On you. Gone back. Right in front. Thank you, guys. Hold on.
I think that's Rory O'Brien.
Right.
O'Brien who kicks for touch.
Outside, you can't go.
Mark Vine unable to take it cleanly. But Jack Grigg does the cleaning up. And he's kept the ball. That looks to me like Hugh Newton's joined the fray, which means that probably Charlie Nicholson is having a... No, it's not. It's Dan Jobs having a rest. And there's Charlie Nicholson himself. There's Newty, the evergreen. I'm not sure the advantage there with the referee, but Chris Ashwin's look. No, there wasn't. He's just looking to chip and he just charged down.
What's available?
What Sidmouth have done very well today is
Back
they've
into half.
been in the face defence and not
Back
let
to
St
one
Austell
side. No, all on.
aware of the threat at St Austell's backs. There's one of them, Al Welland, Sky try scorer. Dan Retter, who has Connery Woodsey for company, but he swaps it off. Not easy to do. And Rory O'Brien
Onside, guys, yeah.
whoops it down the field, hoops it. It gets as far as Chris Ashwin, who gives it to Welland, who beats the first, second player. So once again, St Austell playing the phases, finding it very difficult to cross the gain line. And you can count on one hand the number of clean line breaks there have been in this game. Gav Boy well tackled, and And Dan Armstrong had a run, but I think he was caught as
Thank
well.
you. Ball's touched.
Yeah, ball was in touch
Thank
first,
you.
so it'll be a line out to Sidmouth. No, to St Austell.
Front man. Right. Back line!
So far, it's been go to Mark Vine.
Oh,
It
it's
is
in
again.
the channel. Will you?
Cam Taylor gets sent ahead with the ball. Unit adds his considerable bulk to the ball.
He's bound. I can see him bound. He's just, guys, will you play and stop talking? I've got him and I've said he's fine.
Some poor passing in
Look on
the condition.
advantage.
Once again, Ben Plummer unable to hold the ball, and Sidmouth look to run again. That's Rory O'Brien.
And it is, hands out!
A lot of the ball the last few minutes.
Stand advantage over.
It's Granger to Dolman, who just moved the ball on.
No, no. You're not on the ball, guys.
So Mead caught Gab Boyle there.
Where you are, guys. Use
Get
it.
the ball.
He's had, use it. Reminder now, use it, please.
Shepherd playing 9, hoops the ball around the field, but Dan Reddy's got it covered. And I'm guessing he's going to, no, he's going to run it. Not easy this
Range
position,
well,
but he's done it very well.
Thank you. Yeah, now on.
Comes back to Shep.
Red,
Who puts it down the far
Ball's right.
touchline. Well, so far, apart from one occasion, every attacking opportunity St Austell had have been thwarted by outstanding Sidmouth defence. So with about 20 minutes remaining, score remains St Austell 8, Sidmouth 10. One try apiece in the first half. First to Dan Armstrong, so Rob Griffin, I beg your pardon, and second to Al Welland for St Austell. And then 2 penalties exchanged, 2 in the second half, after one by Matt Shepherd. Both kicked by Dan Retter for Sidmouth. That's Asa Onsworth.
Rip forward, from advantage. Yes, from advantage, guys.
That could be Ollie Derryman, who's on his replacement. Difficult to tell here, we can't see in numbers. Granger kicks.
Take him back in the hat.
Chevy kicks it, but the ball goes dead, so he'll bring it back for a scrum from where he kicked the ball. I think he misunderestimated the strength of the wind there.
Scrum. Okay, boys. Mark's here, guys. 16 minutes.
Alright, just heard the ref say 16 minutes remaining.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Crouch.
Let's go.
Bind. Set.
Granger put in. Good solid scrummage.
Yeah, I'm watching.
He goes blind to Dan Retter, who nudges it down the touchline, and it looks like it might get as far. No, Matt Shepherd has to clear it. 'cause it's
Retreat,
not the
please,
ball
lad.
there.
Nice kick.
Did very well off his wrong foot there, Matt Shepherd. Got the ball about 5 metres outside the 22.
What's it? He's going off of the touch.
Referee giving a penalty to Austell for
He's going
for arguing with the referee.
Thank you. Thank you.
Easy to say, but it's not the wisest thing to do, is it? Check with the opportunity to get the ball back into Sidmouth's half.
Obviously, to get involved, but
yeah, you're explaining to Hayden Down, who's taken over the captaincy since Jed Reed departed. I've seen Jed Reed on the touchline, looks okay. I think he got knocked to the head. There's Jack Reed. Now you imagine he'll go to Mark Vine, which he does, but unable to take it cleanly. The ball's knocked back into touch, so that'll be a Sidmouth line out.
Line out, right?
So Runsworth to throw in this time. So far he's gone to James Salter many times in this game, but I think looks like, yeah, probably the same again. There's Salter, taking the ball beautifully, very athletic jumper. That's Connor Down, I think.
And release, thank you!
Dan Armstrong met by Hugh New.
Use it!
Phil Dolman, uncharacteristic mistake, and kicks the ball direct to touch. That means there'll be a line out where he kicked the ball. You can see there his hand on his head, can't believe it.
Thank you, Alex.
There's Cam Taylor, came on as a replacement, wearing 17. And Unique wearing 22, who replaced Dan Job about 5 minutes ago.
Not straight, players.
Aimed for Marriott, but he couldn't get there. So Asa Unsworth has a chance to run out. He's caught by Chris Ashwin and Ben Plummer. Keeps the ball though.
Roll away.
That's James Emmett, who's impressed in the centre today. Very strong ball carrier.
No, leave it. Thank you, well done. And release. Off his feet now, well done, gents. He's not on the ball. He's not on the ball. No. And release.
Hayden Down very well to keep the ball there.
It's fine, it's a drop and height. No issues.
Let's Connor Down again.
Ripped from there.
That's George Locke, tackled by
Yeah, well done, well done.
13.
Good assist.
Much forward there in the tackle. I think Rob Griffin unable to hold on.
By your player, come then back off the 9 into one of your players, accidental.
Off the
okay,
9,
so not going to. It's accidental offside. It's not a penalty. Okay, guys.
My mistake. Accidental offside.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Time's off. Yeah. Time's off, gentlemen. Guys, when we restart, 11 minutes. Well, okay. 11 minutes. All right, guys.
Yeah, quite clear. 11 minutes to go. So the referee.
Time's on, gents. Okay. Time's on. Scrum. Red. We have a knock on, that's all.
Let's go, solid boys. Tight. That's an 8, let's go. Come on, boys, I don't want to know. You don't want to. Tight.
Blind. Set.
drive nudge on there.
Ball's gone.
And the ball came out. And Connery Woods tries to hack it through, but it doesn't make it. Chris
We have a knock on by red. Ben scrum advantage to green. Okay, it's fine. Relax. Okay. I called the scrum advantage to green. Okay. Had called it. I was just letting see because obviously where you were. If you got it quickly. All right. No worries. It's fine. yeah. Fine. You ask.
20 minutes. 20 to go.
Big 10.
Let's go then.
Okay, guys. Square and steady. Let's look it good. Keep it sharp, boys. Crow!
Charlie Nicholson on the tight head.
Bang!
Rory Jago. He's had a fine game today. 11 minutes to go, or just slightly less, and the score is still for Austell 8, Sidmouth 10.
No, just
Oh, straight through. Nothing less than he deserved. Fine game today, George Locke.
Get the locksmith! Come on, boys!
sorry. Nine minutes.
9 minutes left. 9.
9.
The score.
That's a no.
Dan Retta just push it to the right there. So the score remains an Austell 8,
15-8, yeah.
Sidmouth 15. Which means that St Austell have to
Oops,
score a
sorry.
converted try to draw the game. And on the second half performance, that looks like it's going to be not the easiest of tasks because Sidmouth have defended very well indeed.
Give him his kick, guys. 8 minutes.
8 minutes to play. Chris Ashwin. The ball came forward there. I think it was
No,
Zen
he
Armstrong.
wasn't. He was behind the man. I'm happy he's the ball legally, but it's a knock-on. Okay? Happy it was a knock-on, but he was legally for the ball.
You can hear quite clearly Danny Robbins says the ball's not forward, so we have a scrummage there. It's an Austell ball, probably about on the Sidmouth 22. And St Austell, if they're going to rescue this game, they need to score soon.
Fine.
Just to remind you, when the teams met earlier this season, St Austell won 14-38 up at Sidmouth. Nothing like that today. Lovely big drive. Sidmouth forwards.
Off your feet, hands up. That was a green ball. It's fine. Stay where you are. Fine, right? Oh, yeah. Facing.
Ranging kicks only as far as Al Welland, Matt Shepherd, and Carl Marriott, who's trying to get the ball to Ben Plummer, but it was stolen there, I think, by George Locke, the try scorer.
Yeah, back you go.
He was in an offside position just after that.
First player on the ball is lifted.
There you are, lifted.
Let's go, lads.
Shepherd doesn't find touch, he finds Dan Retta. He puts the ball back, keeps it in field.
Yeah,
Alan Keller
we're
picks
good.
it up. He'll go one direction.
No,
That's the
no,
one.
put him on. Where you are, guys. Hang on now. No, it's fine. Keep going, boys. Keep playing.
It's Carl Marriott has a run.
No left. Penalty advantage.
Advantage coming. Yeah, hands on the ground there, says the ref. So CJ Boyce has a quick look. He's got sport outside in the shape of Cat Boyer. Shepherd inside.
Yes.
He's hung on to by Connor down.
Thank you.
And has to go back to
they
ground.
were 10. They were 10.
Still playing advantage. Connor, would you tackle by George Locke? Again. There's Connor limping slightly. The ball retained by Austell over there. I think that's Cat Boyer. And they look to go wide, but the handling's let them down once again. Holwell has a run. He's hit hard by Dan Armstrong.
One over there.
And the referee saying you've got a chance, penalty here or penalty there. Probably 6 or so minutes remaining.
Use the 22, please. Aye.
And can't be many opportunities left, but Austell go to the corner for the catch and drive, hoping to get over the line. And if indeed Sidmouth do win this game, it's fair to say it's been on the strength of their defence today. Second half defence in particular has been absolutely outstanding. Jack Grigg will throw. Vian stands at the front, hands on hips.
It's killing momentum, isn't it?
Substitution,
So,
it looks like Charlie Nicholson's coming off and Dan Job's coming back on. I'm guessing that must be a slight knock to Charlie Nicholson. Yeah, he's limping very slightly as he runs. There's Dan Job.
Back on. Arms on.
Jack Grigg to throw. Vian takes.
Advantage. On his arm.
And you can hear the referee say an advantage because his arm was pulled. So Austell have an advantage, but I'm guessing they're trying to get them all going forward.
Penalties against you for the arm in the air.
You see Connor down there trying to hold on. He's still bound, so he's completely legal. CJ Boyce has a run, but he's well shepherded there by Rory O'Brien. In fact, he might have lost the ball. No, bring him back for the penalty.
Hands off. Captain.
And for the first time in the game, the referee decides to talk to the skippers.
First one obviously was
So heading down.
The arm is in the air, you know, and obviously the gentleman here, on off the feet, you're lying on the floor and you keep the ball back. Okay, you're on the floor, play the ball. So there's 2 penalties, just improve this in the area. Okay. If I see it,
Yeah, it's a warning by referee Danny Robbins. Any more of that would be a card. Explanation very clear there. Man was off his feet, on the ground, and he handled the ball.
take the 5 as your line, gentlemen. Take the 5 as your line.
So the Austell on the line, close to Vian, and once again forwards to Shepherd and Ben Plummer join them all, trying to get it going forward. And even if they are able to score from here, they still have to convert. They're over the line and they score. Yeah, referee's pointing quite clearly. Try, and the last one up looks to me like it could be Rory Jago who scored the try. With 3 minutes remaining and a very difficult conversion to come. Yeah, I think it is. Rory Jago was the last one up. So even if Austell aren't able to convert this and tie the game up, they will get a bonus point current score, which is not what they were expecting. As Ben Plummer looks like he's hurt himself. Difficult kick for Matt Shepherd. Difficult conditions for any kicker today, but that's wide on the left hand side, a good 40 or so metres. He does have the wind slightly with him, but it's very wet underfoot. Shep to tie the score. And the ball fell over and he's tried to drop it. Didn't go anywhere. So the score remains at Austell 13, Sidmouth 15 with about 3 minutes to go. And you would imagine that Sidmouth are just going to run down the clock now. Get the ball, keep hold of it, play the phases.
That's right.
They come away with
Big
a
finale.
well-deserved win if they do so. Dan Retto, who's had a very fine game to restart.
Okay. Look, you can go through the second process. If I see him, I will give it. All right? Okay? All right? That's all I say to you.
As expected, he goes long. And Carl Marriott takes. Chris Ashton nudges it down the field. And Dan Retto has time.
Change retreat, wait. Yeah, now on, gentlemen.
Right on. It's him.
Chris Ashton has a look, but he's tackled.
No, that's...
Oh, unlucky there, Carl Marriott just knocked it forward as he was tackled there. And Sidmouth come away with it. And I guess they just want to eat up the clock now.
Tell you when it's time.
Take advantage for a knock on. All they need to do is pick and go, pick and go. The score remains this way. This will be the first time this season so Austell have lost at home. There's Al Welland. Tackled by George Locke, who's had a very, very good game in the centre. Not missed a tackle all day. Ashwin to Plummer.
Go, guys. Roll away.
Diego has a run.
No, we're just telling them to roll away.
Ryan again.
Nothing there, play! Penalty advantage offside.
Oh, you heard it called.
Offside.
Penalty advantage or offside. That means Austell have a penalty, but it's certainly not in kickable distance,
1 minute.
I'm guessing. Last minute. What do you do? What do you do?
16 was offside. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going for it. Matt Shepherd on the halfway line. Last kick of the game, 1 minute to play. If he gets it, it's an Austell win. If he misses, they lose. You want to be in his boots, would you? It's a good 50 yards. It's probably just inside.
With the ball, I'm watching precisely, all right? I can happily show you after it.
Keep your eyes on the man with the flag. Oh no, it's all right. Don't need it now. That's I'm fine. Yeah, it's over now. It's the last kick of the game. Matt Shepherd steps up. Very, very difficult kick this. He'll be a hero if he gets it. He's given it some welly, but it looks like it's going to be a bit short. He's kicked it! Unbelievable! Absolutely unbelievable. And the referee says, no, it's time for this to not over yet. Score St Austell 16, Sidmouth 15. What a kick from Matt Shepherd. Well, that's what he said. 1 minute. 1 minute. Now, don't take my word for it. There's the referee. 1 minute to go. And I'm guessing this must be the last play of the game. And also all we need to do is to get hold of the ball and get it off the park, I think. And Carl Marriott says, no, it's taken clearly. No penalties, no penalties, no penalties, calling Carl Marriott.
And release, run away.
Hayden down.
No, relax, you don't need to. Yes, I've got it. You've taken him beyond horizontal.
Oh,
taken him beyond there.
my goodness, you couldn't believe this.
Got no issue with it at all.
Took him overnight over the vertical, so
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know where it's
penalty
to. I'm going now.
to Sidmouth. Dan Redder has the chance to win the
Don't go
game.
horizontal. Okay, there's no question about it. I've gone.
Penalty to Sidmouth for a tip tackle.
Got the post. Yeah.
And I would say
Post.
that, but it's probably slightly easier than Matt Shepherd's kick.
No,
a
no,
bit
no, no.
closer. He is
Yeah,
a good
he had power with
35,
him.
38 metres
And
out,
then-
and he's
and
kicked
then-
everything
and
so
then
far,
he's
Dan
gone
Redder.
beyond.
If he
Yeah,
gets
no,
this,
initially he was all right, and then he's gone beyond.
Sidmouth
Okay.
win the game.
Yeah, no, and then he's continued through. Yeah.
Well, it's not been the most exciting game until the last minute. Dan Redder, their first choice kicker, takes his time. Takes his time, draws breath. No, I beg your pardon. It's not Dan Redder at all. For the game. He's kicked it. You couldn't make it up. And as you can see, the Sidmouth players are absolutely ecstatic. Phil Dolman, not Dan Redder, took the last penalty, despite the fact he hadn't kicked anything all day, and wins the game by 16 points to 18.
Boys. Boys. All right, boys.
There you have it. Final score today, St Austell 16, Sidmouth 18. Cracking game in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Penalty, 1 minute to go, kicked by Matt Shepherd, and a penalty, last kick of the game, kicked by Phil Dolman to take the spoils. So Sidmouth take the spoils. There you can see his player coach Phil Dolman must be absolutely delighted with that one. That's not Phil Dolman, but that's Dan Redder. Final score, St Austell 16,
Don't write scripts like that.
Sidmouth 18.
Sorry, boys. Okay, thank you. Boys.